Welcome to the Castro Valley Compass, navigating your week through Castro Valley. Brought to you by the Castro Valley School of Music. We bring music to life. For information about private and group music lessons, call 510-397-0721 or visit us at cvsom.com. And now, here's your host of the Castro Valley Compass, Shane Sharkey.
Hello and welcome to the Castro Valley Compass. I'm your host, Shane Sharkey, and on today's episode, we're going to have our July installment of Chamber Chat with the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber Chair, Janella Anguiano. And today she's brought a special guest for us to meet and learn all about. So without further ado, here's the Chamber Chat for July. All right, well, let me officially welcome back Janella Anguiano with the Chamber Chat. And you have a very special guest today, Maggie, here to join us to talk about reverse mortgages. But before we get into all that, Janella, can you just give us an update on what's happening with the Chamber?
Yeah, hey guys, for you guys that are maybe just tuning in for the first time, I am Janella Anguiano. I am the 2025 chair for the Chamber of Commerce. And with us today is also Maggie Castillo, and she is Reverse Mortgage Maggie. Did I say her last name right?
Yes, you did.
Woohoo! Yay, so we are going to get to know her because the whole point of the Chamber Chat with the chair was we wanted to get to know the people that volunteer and put their time into the Chamber and our community. So we do want to bring up some of the upcoming events, so I'm going to go in order. So my notes are a little crazy, but that's okay. I'll follow them. One of our first events we have coming up, it's a ribbon cutting. It's a really fun grand opening for one of our chamber members, Town Notary. We don't have their office location published just yet, but stay tuned for that. That's going to be on July 15th at 5 p.m. So we'll promote that as we get closer. And then following that, one of my faves. This is going to be so fun. It's going to be Trolls. So Showtime, San Lorenzo. So there is actually still some availability for booths if you want to get a booth for the Showtime San Lorenzo, and that's at the San Lorenzo Library. And that is July 18th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
You said Trolls?
Trolls.
So they're going to play the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, it's movie night.
Oh, okay,
yep.
Cool.
And then there's going to be a special announcement about the San Lorenzo Theater, I was told, too.
Oh, nice.
So that should be exciting.
That's July 18th, you said?
July 18th
Cool.
from 6 to 10 p.m.
Nice.
And there's usually vendors there and food. So there's still some spots available. So you can reach out to Gary Slate, and that is Gary at castrovalleychamber.com. So reach out to him if you're open to getting a space there at Showtime San Lorenzo. And then after that, we have July 24th. Ooh, that's our mixer at Intero. So that's here in Castro Valley. So that's Dave Wilhite's office, Intero. So that's going to be fun, carnival theme. So that's going to be a really cool event. So it's 5:30 to 7:30. Chamber members are free, and non-members are $10. So that's going to be, hopefully we get you to play some music there since
Excellent.
It's outdoor.
Yeah, sounds
so
good.
we'll see about that. And then we have quite a bit of stuff going on. After that, in August, we have Fam Fest. Woohoo! That's going down in the Ashland area. And so that's at Zocalo Park, and there is limited space. So again, you can reach out to Gary Slate if you're interested in being at that event. And that's August 23rd, 12 to 5 off of East 14th and 166 in Ashland. And then, of course, the one and only Fall Festival. That's coming up September 6th through the 7th. Very limited spots. So for that, you want to go to Festival Productions 2. That's festivalproductions2.com.
The number 2?
The number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for clarifying.
Sure.
But, well, I'm sure we'll get that posted too. But yeah, that's it for events. So
Excellent.
let's get to the exciting part, Miss
Yes.
Maggie.
Let's meet Maggie. So what is it that you do at the Chamber? What is your role?
Well, you know what? I'm glad to be here, first of all, so thank you for having me here. I'm an ambassador. I'm part of the board of the ambassadors, and my role is to basically follow up with the businesses, local businesses, and, explain the benefits and have them do more participation on the events that we have, encourage them to participate and, come along with that. So that's my role.
Cool. And remind them what benefits they get too. It's always reaching out to say, hey, thanks for joining the chamber and being part of it.
Correct. So, of course, I'm always going into detail about the benefits, the exposure they might have with the community being a member of the chambers. So I really go into detail of, how being a member helps them with their business and allows them to grow more.
That's an important part of the process. I know we've talked about it many times. What are the benefits of becoming a member? And that ambassador program always comes up as one of the first big benefits.
I have to tell you, if you come to a mixer, if you don't talk to Maggie, you're making the biggest mistake. You have to become her buddy, her friend, because she'll know everyone and anyone. If you need something, you just put it out there, and Maggie will say, let me check my book of business. And she always has a referral for any category. So she's always easy to count on.
Well, not just an ambassador, but a important resource for being at the chamber.
Big time resource.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I mean, part of the beauty of being involved with the chamber is that ability to have the network that people that you trust, that you don't have to go searching from Google from no blank slate. And you figure out, can I even trust these people? You go to somebody like you and get a track record, so to speak. I've worked with these people, and this is why I can recommend them. So.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I have a big book of business. I've been in the industry for 32 years. I am a reverse mortgage professional. So, my book of business is about 39,000 people.
Wow.
So cool.
And so you name it, I have it. I have a plumber, I have a roofer, I have electrician, I have
tax person,
CPA,
musician.
Whatever.
That's great. So, I've heard of reverse mortgages, and sometimes it's not in the best light, but then I've also heard people swear by them and say, this is, the thing that saved me.
Clear up the noise right now.
I'm curious, can you define what is a reverse mortgage, and is it right for, not sound like a commercial, is it right for you? Is it right for everyone?
That's so good.
Well, you know what? There's so many misconceptions about reverse mortgages. They've been around since 1961. Like I said, I've been doing them for 32 years. And what it is, it's a loan against the property that allows that homeowner who is 62 and above to liquefy some of the current equity they have and use it for whatever they need to use it for. They don't have a monthly payment. They don't pay back until they move, sell, or pass away. So as a older homeowner, being on fixed income, it helps them in so many different ways. I mean, some of these homeowners are barely making ends meet, or there's some that have to decide whether to put food on the table or pay their medications.
Yeah, or that too. Yeah.
And they're embarrassed to go to their family, so they don't
have the family to go to and support. I mean,
correct. So the majority are alone. And they're house rich, money poor, as they say. Mm-hmm. So, they have earned all this equity, and it is tax-free money, so they don't pay taxes on it.
So good.
Well, so I'm thinking of people who've been in their house for 40 years, and they bought a house at $20,000 in the Bay Area or something. Like, are they borrowing on the exponentially larger? I guess the assessment of the or.
Correct. So it's a portion of their equity that's allowed to them. So it's an age to value program. So the age determines how much of the value they're entitled to. And then that money is available to them in different ways. It could be a monthly draw, kind of like the Social Security, or they can have a line of credit where they can control how they pull it, when they pull it, and as much as they want to pull. And then they have a term option if they want it just, say, for 2 years, until they have the full benefit of the Social Security before they start that. They can do it that way, or they can do a lump sum.
What if they want to take money out and give it to their children to help buy them a home before they pass because it's tax-free? I mean, that's a huge benefit, right? Is that something they can do to help?
Yes, a lot of my clients are actually doing that because they have this equity, and a lot of kids, nowadays it's hard for them to buy a home. So they're using that money.
And they'd rather see it go to them while they're alive
than when
they pass.
So it's an early inheritance.
Right.
They hand it out and they see what they buy and they go into the home.
So many benefits.
And it's a good down payment, right? Because it's a big chunk of money most of the time. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I can see how that would be really beneficial for the person in that situation. I've got an aunt who's, let's just say her retirement plans have not lasted as long as she'd hoped.
Right.
And so I could see her being a potential client for this sort of thing. I'll hook you guys up.
You see that a whole lot. I mean, my oldest customer is in Pleasanton. I've shared this in the community. She's 109.
Oh, wow.
And my oldest male customer, he's in Scotts Valley, and he's 108. So these two people have actually refinanced these loans over and over again because they exhaust that part of the equity they were entitled to. And they refinance. So as they get older and the value of the home goes higher, they're able to pull more equity out and continue to age in place.
So one important question is, how do people get in touch with you if they want to, get involved with this sort of thing, or even just ask questions?
It's easy. I'm well known in the community. Just kidding.
Just ask around.
Just ask
Reverse
around.
Mortgage Maggie, just ask.
Yeah, I use hashtag Reverse Mortgage Maggie a lot. So a lot of people do know me, but you can reach me. I'm in the East Bay area. I'm licensed in California, and my phone number is area code 831-840-3384. And I am on LinkedIn, social media as well.
You know what's so good about her, and I got to take note on this. I got to come up with a cool hashtag, but she'll make comments on people's posts and just, random just comments, and then she'll end her comment with the hashtag Reverse Mortgage Maggie. I'm like, so clever, so good. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
But how could anyone think that's a bad thing? I mean, maybe it's the people that are like, mom's spending all my money. That it's the people that want the inheritance and they're mad that the parents are spending it.
There's a little bit of everything. A lot of it is, the majority is that, because they're thinking
Those are the
about their
naysayers.
inheritance. But it really started off as a bad rap. So it used to be an equity share program. So, the lender will close the loan today, and any gains of equity from today on, you had to share a certain percentage with the lender. So that's how they got the bad rap.
Right.
And that changed when President Reagan was in office, and he signed a bill in 1980 that really protected the seniors. So now the seniors, anyone that's looking into doing a reverse mortgage, does have to go through a mandatory counseling session to determine that they are fully understanding the product and their responsibilities. The basic responsibilities is that they have to use their home as their primary residence. That's
For sure.
important. And they have to continue to pay their property taxes and insurance on the property.
Wow.
Easy
Okay.
peasy.
Yeah.
So is it the process relatively straightforward then when somebody, starts it? Are they finished in a week or a month, or how long does that take?
It does take a while because it is a process. We do have to appraise the property and gather documents that are needed for processing the loan. So on average, you're looking at about 35 to 45 days. We've had loans that take a little bit longer because things come up, things that we didn't know were on title or documents were not in place. So that does take a little longer, but on average, you're looking at about 35 to 45 days.
Okay. Well, definitely sounds like a good option for some people then.
Yes.
How did you get started in this?
Oh, good question. This was never my goal. This was never my dream, but I used to have a catering business.
Huh.
And I was going through a divorce, and I was losing my catering business. I had to let go of the business. I was losing my house, and somebody saw potential in me. And that person reached out to me and said, I see potential in you. I would like for you to be one of my loan officers
I love
for reverse mortgage. And to me, I was like, when in the world is reverse mortgage? So he got to the point of educating me and everything, and I got to this business, and I carried it since.
And you thrived.
And
That's so crazy.
yeah,
One
yeah.
person's comment changed your trajectory.
Totally. So it changed my
so
whole life,
cool.
really.
Yeah, that's great.
And I love my job. I love my clients. I love what I do.
It's impactful.
It's just so rewarding, to be able to help this community of seniors and change their lives and be part of that. There's no price to that.
Isn't that cool?
So do you see people years later that come up to you and just say, thank you so much for
Yeah.
helping me through that tough time?
Yeah,
that
I
kind of
do. I actually had one of my oldest customers that passed away recently, and she had been with me for over 20 years. She did refinance her loans twice because she needed more money. Her daughter lived with her. So her daughter told me she had passed away. Her daughter is now 72. But she told me, Mom always praised you. Mom always loved how you took care of her, and just built
rewarding.
up this really great relationship. And now her daughter refinanced that loan for her. So she's able to continue to age in place at 72 and have some money available to her, for whatever she needs. So that's a blessing.
So you really get to know these families.
I
sounds like.
do. I do. I'm adopted by many.
I bet.
That's great. Well, just adding to your network of all the people that you know that you can refer.
Yes.
I suppose you meet business professionals that are your clients that you kind of add
Yes.
to your list of people that you
Yes.
can refer.
Yes, I do have a lot of business professionals that, contact me for their purposes as well. I have a couple of financial advisors that just recently came to me. They didn't
Nice.
think that we're going to need it, but when they look at their numbers, they're going to need a product to help them to continue to age in place. So,
Right.
yeah.
Well, that's good that you've got that resource out there for them, and they can have options, so to speak.
Yes.
So
Yes.
That's really good.
Cool.
There's other stuff that she does too. There's other groups you go to, things you're part of. Tell us
I'm
about your
really
community involvement.
I'm really involved with the community. I'm very.
The Meet the JPs.
I'm very blessed to be able to help other communities. I think that, because of what my experience was, I would like to always give that back to the community. So I do help run a business women community. It's a business, it's called BWC World, and it's all women in business that I help,
So
run. I'm also a treasurer for a Hispanic real estate marketing group.
I did not know you were the treasurer.
I am.
How cool. I thought you just attend there.
Yes. And I've also
Amazing.
been on the boards of the Rosales Sisters Scholarship.
They're so awesome.
They're related to me.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much about you. That's awesome.
Yeah,
They're so amazing.
And then I sponsor other, different communities like the Women's Board of Realtors and Professional Women Realtors, Professional Realtors. I forget all those names.
And she's a regular at CCMG.
Yeah, and the
sponsor.
Castro
She
Valley
comes to our
County
Central
Marketing Group. So I do quite a bit in the community, and I just like to give back when I can.
Oh, check out her socials.
Yeah.
You'll see she's everywhere.
Is it Reverse
Everywhere.
Mortgage Maggie on
Reverse
Instagram
mortgage.
and-
Well, no, on Instagram, I actually run another business.
Oh.
So my Instagram is actually for my fitness and nutrition. I am a certified trainer and nutritionist, and my Instagram is tied to that. So it's MC_fitness, which is FITNZ _health_.
We'll tag it. We'll tag it.
Yeah, sounds good.
So that's for that business, and that's something that has always been my passion, because when I had the catering business, we were doing that for clients. So
Nutrition.
Micros
nutrition and
macros.
training.
That's cool. So
Yeah.
your catering business was like leaning toward the healthy side of things?
It was a healthy catering business. It was geared towards health. And, a lot of my clients for the training and nutrition were actually, getting meal plans and whatnot. So, yeah, we did a lot of
I
that.
could use that right
yeah.
now.
Yeah. So that sounds like good business right
Yeah.
now.
And I continue that.
Right.
It's my passion. It's my, my free time kind of stuff.
So if someone wanted to become a client in the fitness realm, I guess just go to your Instagram and
Just go to
send you a
my
message,
Instagram.
and we'll
Yeah.
post that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Excellent. Wow, it sounds like you got quite a bit going on there.
I do. And I love everything I do.
So
busy
just
girl.
before we finish up today, I'd like to just get a sense of when somebody comes on as a member of the chamber, how soon is it before they actually speak to an ambassador? Is that pretty
Well,
quick?
as the chair, I call first and thank them for becoming a chamber member. So I have some phone calls to make. Real estate's been really busy for me. Thanks for all the referrals
That's
out
good.
there. Real estate's been super, super busy. So I'm usually the first call, and then once I make the call, we pass those off to the ambassadors. So we want to call them every quarter, and then we try to at least email, invite them to events. So it's just outreach.
Great.
And some people go at their own pace because it's all volunteer.
Right.
Well, I'm just encouraging people to look into becoming a member so they can speak with someone like Maggie and also,
Exactly.
of course, Janella, and
Exactly.
Good stuff.
become a part of this great growing community. And where are our numbers, by the way? I know we were looking for 500 this
Thank
year.
you for
Yeah.
reminding me. I think we're at 437 or 438.
Okay.
437. So it's
We're really
Okay.
we're in
close.
July.
We're
so
really
we're
close.
We're halfway through the year, so we have a contest happening, a membership drive happening right now. So
Okay.
we'll post. I don't know, is that for everyone or just for the board? I don't know for the board. Okay, so it's internal, but we're just really everyone needs to outreach and make calls. And I think Yay is
Right.
going to win this. She's like,
Yeah,
on
she's been
it.
talking
Yay
to so
talks
many
to
people.
Everyone. I think she
Yeah.
goes to more places than you do. It's
Yeah.
shocking. She gets around. I get a text or call from Yay with Beard Papa all the time. I spoke to we have to go here. We got to
Yeah,
talk to this
yeah.
person. I met this person. I'm like, I love your energy. Holy moly, she's crazy.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
Cool.
Well, getting close to that 500, I think we're going to make it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
So-
we will. Thank you.
We will.
I love
We
the
will.
confidence. We are going to get
We
there.
have to be
If each
positive.
board
We have
member
to be
brings in 2
positive.
people, we're done.
Yes.
Excellent.
We're done. And then the staff.
Cool. And just to remind folks, how do they look into becoming a member? They go to the chamber website?
They can go to the chamber website. They can reach me. They can reach Maggie. They can reach Gary. They can reach Vanna. They can reach Sandy. Anybody.
Any
go to
on the board.
Yeah.
Any on the board.
www.EdenAreaChamber.com. They can go there, click board members, and reach out to anybody.
Cool. We'll
Yeah.
put that stuff in the description. Make sure people have an easy link to
absolutely.
find it.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you guys for coming in. It's
Always a
been great
good
meeting you,
time.
Maggie.
Well,
and
thank
always fun to
you.
talk to you,
Thank
Janella.
you.
And
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank
definitely.
you.
My pleasure. We'll talk to you again next month for more Chamber Chat.
That's right.
Okay.
We'll see you guys next month.
All right.
We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Well, there it is, another Chamber Chat in the books here on the Castro Valley Compass. Hope you enjoyed that one. Coming up very soon on this show, we're going to be having some guests, local business owners, as well as a realtor who's going to tell us all about the state of real estate here in Castro Valley. So stay tuned for those episodes. They'll be coming up soon here in the next couple weeks. And if you've got any questions or if you've got any suggestions for guests that you'd like to see on the Castro Valley Compass, please give us an email at info@castrovalleycompass.com. That's info@castrovalleycompass.com. Until next time, we'll see you on the Castro Valley Compass. I'm your host, Shane Sharkey. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us this week on the Castro Valley Compass, navigating your week through Castro Valley. Do you have an idea for the show, or would you like to get involved? We'd love to hear from you. You can send us an email at info@castrovalleycompass.com. That's info@castrovalleycompass.com. See you next time on the Castro Valley Compass, brought to you by the Castro Valley School of Music.